So I'm currently behind the wheel of the 2024 Chevy Colorado Z71, and I'm going to take some time to go through the interior of this thing. So starting as I normally do from left to right, over on the left, you've got your window switches, you've got your rear mirror adjust right here, you got your door latch, you got your door locks, you've got different presets for the driving seating position that you can set. Right here you have a little toggle scroll for the dim level of the gauge cluster and all the lights. Down here you got trailer brake, trailer control down here. Moving to the gauge cluster, it is a full crisp clear digital display. So over on the left you've got your speedometer, which will kind of wake up when you're putting some miles per hour on it, and as well in the center we'll just kind of have a digital number for that. Over on the right, your tach will kind of wake up as you're kind of driving around, but right now I'm in park. The center will kind of tell you distance between the car and the vehicle in front of you. You see a bunch of data on the bottom level. So obviously over on the far left, you got the miles remaining for your gas. Right next there where it says two-wheel drive, it showcases where the transfer case is. So right now I'm in two-wheel drive. I'm gonna push in 4 high. You can see that kind of wakes it up. 4 low, you kind of got to go to neutral. It'll inform you of that. Then there's also the auto mode. The vehicle will kind of determine what it needs when it needs it. So right now I'm just going to leave it in two-wheel drive. You have a bar graph for that fuel. You've got your gear indicator. Currently I'm in park, like I said. Temperature. Over right here, showcasing the terrain modes that you may be in. I'm just going to put it back into normal. You can see that it disappears. I'll showcase the different drive modes of the vehicle when I get to the nav screen and the center console, but that's basically, you'll have like a little icon showcasing just what drive mode you're in. Moving to the steering wheel, you got a few buttons. So over on the left you've got cruise control settings. Over on the right you've got a toggle for phone talk options, music, things like that. You have a heated steering wheel button as well. On the back there are 2 buttons on both sides, so you can control the whatever song or radio station you're cycling through on the left, and on the back right is volume control, so you can go up or down just by holding the back of the steering wheel. Give you a better look at the steering wheel. Behind the steering wheel is the engine start stop button, and then you have the crisp clear navigation display. So right now I like to leave it, either if I'm listening to something I might leave it on the audio screen, but I kind of like this kind of off-road centric screen you get in the Colorado Z71. So I'm just gonna pop it from the top. These little app bubbles on the left side, I'm gonna go starting at the top. So you have different options for controls and safety of the vehicle starting at the top. Then you have your phone would be connected here. Currently I'm not using that because I'm using my phone to record this. So that's the second one. That's basically what that icon is. Then you have where you are. Then you have music, kind of like a menu screen, or kind of like a summary screen, I guess you could say. And then you have all the different app bubbles you can populate. So starting over on the left, you got vehicle status, Google Assistant, Play Store, Alexa, trailering settings, climate, Wi-Fi hotspot. This off-road is where I've kind of been living right here. So in the off-road you have a Baja screen, terrain, overlanding. I like them basically all. Then you have the audio, which kind of pops you into each of those. So this is where you can manually go in and click, but there's the the quick options for some of these. You have My Chevrolet, air down mode, podcast, news, basically you name it, you got it. Below that, you got all your HVAC controls, which are basically buttons, which I really like. So you have heated and ventilated seats for both the driver and the passenger. So currently have it on the second level of ventilated. Fan control, up and down, 2 different buttons, basically everything you can think of. The volume control is controlled by these 2 knobs, so you can kind of sync them together or control one or the other. It'll display digitally what the temperature is. So as you can see, I'm controlling that one at the 70, just hitting sync, and now they're both in sync. Low is just the lowest option. Below that you've got 2 fans. Then you have a few different buttons. So you have a button that will put all the windows down, or immediately if you need engine start stop off button, so you can turn off the auto off at like red lights, things like that. Hazard button, lane assist, and an auxiliary button, so you can kind of wire that up how you would like, maybe a light bar or something. Just giving you an idea. Then you have USB-C and a old school USB plug right here. You have a charging pad right here. It's kind of unique design. Coming back from there, you have a dual utilized toggle. So twisting this will get you in different drive modes. So I'm going to twist that, and you can get between normal, terrain, tow and haul, off-road, and back to normal. So that's, you just twist that left, right, and you'll get to the different drive modes. And then pushing on the different options here is how you switch between the different four-wheel drive modes. So how I was showcasing quickly on the gauge cluster, I was just pushing 4 high, and it was changing the icon. This is where you do it. So 4, you push just that button right there, you go to 2 high, 4 high, and auto modes. To the left of that, to the right of that, you have your gear lever. So you have park, reverse, neutral, and drive, and then you have a low gear. And once you're in that low gear, you can select your own gears right here on the left of the gear shifter. I'm gonna put it back into park for safety. You've got a parking brake latch right here, 2 cup holders, currently holding my gimbal. Got your nice armrest, popping that up. It feels nice cubby hole space. You got a nice little tray. Always use the can of Coke. You could probably fit 2 cans or 4 cans of Coke, maybe sitting directly nice next to each other, and then maybe 2 on their side. Basically is the depth of this. And then you have an old school smoker's plug right here as well. Put this back together. Or on the passenger side, you got your glove box. Give you a look at the passenger door, the seat, design of the seat as well. Currently have my son's car seat, but I'll give you a look at the passenger seat that's directly behind me. You can see the rear bed in the back. So no sunroof in this one, but you got your lighting controls up top. But that is pretty much the interior of the 2024 Chevy Colorado Z71. If there's some feature or detail I didn't go in depth enough on and you have some questions, be sure to leave in the comments below. I've been kind of putting a disclaimer on a lot of my videos because I'm seeing that the used market is kind of seeing my videos now from a couple years back. So if you stumble across this 2024 Colorado video in 2026, 2077, I'm still gonna have pretty much that Colorado knowledge base there. So if you have some questions on this vehicle and it is 2 years later, just ask away in the comments and I will get you an answer. Thanks for watching.